Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson here, Thistle Gypsy, wondering if my computer is going to work. My new computer. I just tried to do a deck interview with the Sacred Path cards and it froze. At least it didn't crash, but it froze. So we'll try it one more time. And in the meantime, I think it might be that I need a new webcam, in part that even my webcam is old enough that it's kind of an issue with Windows 10, etc. So yes, doing a deck interview with the Sacred Path cards, and I didn't look in the book yet, but as I had mentioned, there's a lot about each card. I'm just going to read, the application portion, and I'm not going to do all of the deck interview. I've finally gotten to the point where I'm kind of tired of some of the questions, so I'm just going to skip them. So the first question is, what are you here to teach people? And this is the card that came up for that. So, and it popped. It was a popper. So yeah, even though it's number one, it's starting with its purpose here. Prayer, inner peace, which is great. I'm happy to have inner peace. So let me read this. It says the pipe card speaks of inner peace that can be found through the balancing of the self. It is now time to honor both sides of your nature, male and female, and to acknowledge the eternal flame of great mystery that lives inside you. How you influence the lives of others depends upon this balance. Inner peace can be found through prayer and the understanding of your role in the whole of creation. World peace begins in the heart of each individual. It may be time to make peace with others or with any inner conflict that keeps you from seeing the beauty of your true potential. In all cases, the pipe card asks you to honor the blessings given by great mystery. Just saw something flash on the screen. It's like, no, don't crash. Or freeze, as it's been tending to do. It asks you to honor who you are and why you are here. It asks you how you can assist our world. In making peace with the self, these questions will be answered and the sacred path will become clear. So, lovely purpose for the deck. The next question is, what is your opinion of me? So what's the deck's opinion of me? And I have the burden basket, which is so true, it's not even funny, and self-reliance. I had read about this because I'd never heard of a burden basket before. And so I read a little bit about it in the book prior to doing any of the videos about it when I first was looking at the deck. And it has to do with leaving your burdens at the door. So not letting anybody give you burdens that aren't yours, and also not burdening others. So it's, so it's an interesting idea, both the burden basket where you place your burdens and then associating it with self-reliance. But let's take a look at it. Okay. Says, if you are carrying a burden basket today, this card is telling you to pull from your inner strength and become self-reliant. You can conquer the world when you let go of the burdens by trusting your ability to find your own answers. Problems cease being burdens when solutions are found. And I feel like this is something that I'm doing now, slowly but surely, one little tiny step at a time, in general, kind of relieving some of the burdens that have piled up when I had really no money. The burden basket also teaches us not to drop our woes at the door of another. Relying on ourselves and our connection to great mystery teaches us to stretch into our potential. If confusion sets in and counsel is sought, use the advice. Don't waste the precious time of others if you do not intend to respect the wisdom offered. Know also that it's not your job to solve the problems of others. Don't rob others of their right to self-reliance. In all cases, we only carry the burdens we wish to carry. If it makes us feel good or important to have so much to handle, we might need to look at our ideas of self-importance. The reminder is that we are all self-reliant and must use our talents to find our own solutions. The best answer is one shared equally by all travelers on the sacred path. And so there a lot of that with the burden basket too is I've been looking, especially the past few days, at how to lighten my burden in general. In other words, how with some of the fixing that I'm doing, how can I do it in such a way that I really lighten this thing, really. So next question, how can I best learn from or collaborate with you? And we have the powwow, so I'm not sure, except, maybe gathering together or doing something in a group. Sharing, quickening. And it can just be one-on-one, but a powwow is usually much more than one-on-one. So 25. All right. If the talking drums have signaled a powwow, you are being put on notice to gather together with others of like mind and exchange ideas. The quickening of some aspect of your life will be aided if you use a support system and see what type of support you can call upon from others. So it's just an interesting idea to me. It seems like an idea of, again, using it in a group setting. The powwow card is marking a time of calling in your markers. You may need assistance or just a friend to be a sounding board. Your focus will become clearer and you may receive the boost you need just from an encouraging word or two. I also see this actually, now that I start thinking about this, of using this deck with other decks that I have. Like I have the Vision Quest Tarot and I have the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, to get them all together for a powwow, to use them together. So that's kind of what I'm getting out of this now. Okay. All right, so next question. What is the potential outcome of our time together? Victory, which is an interesting card. I mean, I don't think in terms of decks bringing me victory. But let's see. Counting coup, victory. For number 20. Where am I? I'm on 9. I need to go way deeper than that. All right. The war cry has been shouted and victory is assured if you have received the Counting Coup card. You are being put on notice that a personal victory is in the works. You may have overcome a long-time challenge or conquered an opponent. So now it is time to share your victory with others. Whether the victory is one of a spiritual nature or of winning a lottery ticket makes no difference. You are to honor yourself at this time and be grateful for the blessing. Counting coup represents the success of forward movement and the acknowledgement of right action. So that's what I get for the potential outcome of our time together. You have been true to yourself and are being rewarded for staying on the sacred path. Congratulations, victory is sweet, but sweeter still when the spoils are shared with those you care for. Okay, so the next question is, what is one thing you ask of me? Roots and giving. Interesting. 5. Oh, and this is the Standing People. All right, I've come upon it. The Standing People card speaks to us of roots and giving. We must nurture ourselves through connection to the earth in order to give freely without exhaustion. That sounds a lot like the root chakra stuff that I should be doing but haven't for a couple of weeks. I don't think I've done that sort of thing for at least 2 weeks, maybe 3. The root of the self is where strength is gathered. This root should be firmly earthed in the soil of our mother planet. Without this connection, dreams cannot manifest, and our giving cannot be compensated by the Earth Mother. If you are spaced out, stop and connect. This to me is speaking of, what is one thing you ask of me? So one thing that the deck is asking of me. To me, what it's asking of me is having some connection ceremony, like before using the cards. That's what's coming across to me. Be still and become the trees in order to observe what is growing in your forest. The root of every answer for physical life is found in the earth. Standing people are asking you to give of yourself. Ask yourself if you are willing to give and receive. Count the root of every blessing with gratitude. Find any blockage that limits your root system or ability to go deeper. Then remove that feeling and go deeper once again for the answers you seek. So that's an interesting idea also. So I like that. Some very interesting suggestions. So what kind of readings do you enjoy the most? Okay. Heyoka or Hayoka, I don't know how it's pronounced. Humor opposites. So that's the first card that really surprises me. All right, 22. I think I'm going to like this deck. I don't know. I'm getting good vibes just from flipping around through the book. Okay. If the trickster has appeared on your horizon, you are in for a barrel of laughs. You may be doing exactly the opposite of what you need to be doing and are about to get busted for it. So what is this? What kind of readings do you enjoy the most? Okay. Stop. So it likes to surprise people, I guess. Stop leaking your creative energy on other people's problems or high drama. Stop being so serious and crack a smile, or a coyote will dog your dreams. Remember that some days you are the fire plug and some days you are the dog. So I mean fire plug, I think they mean fire hydrant. That goes for everyone. So don't let getting pooped on get you down. Learning through laughter or opposites can be fun. The keynote to the Heyoka card is to lighten up and start balancing the sacredness with irreverence. If you are just being stubborn, it may be time to create a contrary lesson that will force you to crack up, crack a smile, or trick you into going into the crack in the universe to find out what's really important. All right, so I'm getting out of that maybe attitude adjustment. that it likes to do readings that are attitude adjustments. And the last card, how will you challenge me? Yeah, storyteller, expansion. 29. All right. The storyteller card speaks of expansion on all levels. So this is how it's going to challenge me. I must expand. You are now growing and encompassing many new ideas if you have received this card. And well, that's extremely true, because pretty much all of this book is new ideas. So see what area of expansion needs your attention and feed your personal fire of creation. Create more and enjoy the expansion, knowing you earned it. Note that the expansion will continue if you are willing to share how you achieved your success with others. Many lives are influenced by another's story. In the good fortune of your present situation, you may be instrumental in encouraging others. And that's always a lovely thought. In all cases, expansion occurs when people are allowed to grow at their own rate and with their own understanding. The wisdom of the storyteller is part of the art of remembering. Note that you are now remembering your personal medicine and how to be your potential. So cool. I really like them. They're just, I feel like they can be truth-telling and yet at the same time still be affirming. So I'm glad they came my way, because I would not have sought them out otherwise. So there it is, the Sacred Path cards by Jamie Sams, who is the same author of the medicine cards. And I made it 17 minutes without a computer either freezing or crashing. Yay! Bye-bye.